I'll just start now, because that should be everything set up. Continue this fucking game and see if it breaks down again. Hopefully not. I'll possibly mess with maps to 32 later on. Let me test that really quick, because you'll get like a just endless fucking... There we go. Yeah, that works. Anyway, it's just called scene. Yeah, we'll put the scroll back on. Got a cigarette rolled and everything. Anyways, we'll go and play this instead of faffing around. There's a slow start to the... But I don't see any point in rushing to start the game. I don't do that. At least we got that nice music. I like that music, man. It's good. Will you remember my gamma settings game? I want you to remember my fucking gamma settings. I have to say it every time I start the game. I don't know what the fuck this level is. It's ugly though. I think it was a very poor design choice to... Well, I don't know, because Strife builds like cities and shit decently, so... Honestly, I have to wonder if it's not just the level designers that aren't that good at making them. Oh. I vaguely remember this. I don't remember anything about this, but... No, it's not a shootable panel. But yeah, making city maps, just... I don't think it was a good design choice. Nothing about this game's assets really works for this. So I don't know why they did it. It's kind of dumb. Oh wow, scary. So going in there was useless. Going in there is where we came from. So basically these are just rooms that do nothing again. That looks like a teleporter. Guess it will be, right? Right, the Zimp's out here now. I don't know, I mean it was... 512k was pretty standard on later Socket 7 boards, even the cheaper ones used to come with it. It's not a teleporter. But yeah, you know, once they started using those little flat pack surface mount chips, the cost of it must have been a lot cheaper. So more boards started putting it on. It just looks like they've repurposed one of the boss maps from the first game. That's one of those fuckers. Oh, come off, it was nowhere near me. I definitely sidestepped that through a fucking carve ball. That imp, I'm going over there. It's a bit late for that now. Oh, we've got a key though. I can see how this level's going to be already. It's going to be endless teleporting enemies, isn't it? Oh, good lord. I think it might be time to unleash the Roll Darwinator. Oh, fucking hell, it teleports more. Well, this level's horrible. I don't like it already. I have no reason to go in that little building there, so I'm not going to go in there. Because there's nothing in it. It's pointless. Let's run across the thing that only gives us a radiation suit after we've gone over here. Oh, Fuck off, you fucking fuckhead. Fucking whatever they're called. I don't know what the enemies are called in this game. Oh, great. So I'm guessing those things home in on you. That's shite. Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't like it to start with, but no, I really don't like it. It's not very good. I don't know the things those guys threw homed in on you. That's kind of annoying. Wonder how many of these it's going to spawn on us. He's still going with them fucking missiles. Oh, come on, man. How many do you want to spawn? I just picked a fucking key up. This is stupid. That'll be why it reminds me of that boss map that we went on that one time. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop with the imps! Do you not think there's enough of them now? Jesus Christ. Revenant, I see. I'll try to remember that, but I'll probably just call them those lanky fuckheads. Now that radiation suit lasts a long time. Almost makes me feel like I probably would have needed it for something. I think they can, because I seem to remember that happened to me in the previous game. That is such a noisy texture to put those in front of. Oh, well, it's a bit late for the Invulnerability Now game. Like, that's where the door is, that's where the key is, and that's fucking logical level design. Makes total sense. What is that? Is that the key up there? I don't know what I need it for, but I'm going in there. It will be mine. Yeah, they went down in one. That was fucking decent enough. I really don't get what they were going for with this It's on Earth in Cities thing. It's just shit. It doesn't look good. It was a really bad design choice. But why does that feel like a trap? I'm not going in there. You must think I'm stupid or something game. I don't know what that did. Now, actually, I'll admit to watching walkthroughs of this game, but only up to the point I played, so I didn't watch any for this level or any of the levels afterwards. I only watched for the levels I've been on out of curiosity. And it's pretty interesting, because, like, the dude who was doing it didn't seem to know what half of the switches did either. Well, that door has no purpose. That's nice. It just looks like a mishmash of random sectors that they've just put in. Well, fuck that building. I can't be bothered with that building. It serves no purpose. I guess it's going for shock value, like, look, bodies are piled to the ceiling. Don't pick up any of the med kits. Probably going to need them. I don't know where the red key goes. I haven't seen a door for that. I wonder if it calls them objects in this level. I'm still kind of finding that weird. Like, I don't know why it did that, but only did it for, like, doors on 1 or 2 levels and not the others. Oh, these move. Okay. See, that's very much Doom level design, the platforms that move like that. You just wouldn't see things like that in Duke. Nothing else moves, so there's no point in coming up here. I see, but is there anything important in that building? Or is it just another pointless area that exists to waste my ammo? I'll go and check it out in a minute, but I'll see what's over here first. But the levels are starting to look more and more like those dodgy ones out of the first game. I'm not a fan. I guess we'll go and have a look. Maybe there's something good in there, maybe there isn't. Assuming a door is even though I have no reason to disbelieve you about it, but do I believe the game is a different matter. I wasn't that one. Probably this way because I went. Fucking hell! Stuck on the geometry. Okay, so we can go in that one. It looks like a nothing room to me. Oh no, it's that deadly water. I'm just standing on it like to comment about it like, it's deadly water. Yeah, well it gives us ammo, this one. At least, I suppose. Is that where we came? Yes, okay. But that's not... I won't call that pointless, that gave us items, that's fine. Wow. I'm fucking... Yeah, it'll spawn them in, I'm sure. There's a hole there. It's too small, I can't go in there. Yeah, well I'm only playing on like the second difficulty setting, so maybe it just doesn't spawn them in, or... Maybe I haven't given the trigger... Yeah, so, some of them... That seems to be a thing with this game, you get nothing for free, there's always a trade-off. I've not seen a red key door, I don't know where that goes. I'm going to assume it was somewhere in this centre area, because it's the only place I haven't been back to. But I don't know where it would be that I haven't been. So, maybe in there, I don't... Did I go in this one? I did, but I don't remember that upstairs area being a thing. Oh no, that's all. I'll give it its due, this level's not super awful or anything. Oh no, it was this room, wasn't it, I come into? It's fucking... Yeah, it just puts lots more death in the map. And that seems to be its only purpose. Maybe we need to do that, for all I know. You never really know with this game, there'll be an obscure trigger somewhere. Why can't I go in that teleporter? Like, where does it go? I can't believe, is it going to give me a key for a door that doesn't seem to exist? I know there's nothing back there. Maybe it's in this building. We'll go in that trap. But maybe it's not a trap, but it looks like a trap. Really? I didn't see anything. I'll check it out when I'm done in here, I guess. Shouldn't I be getting a punching sound? Strange. Well, that's the only place I can check out those things, yeah? I mean, if that's the exit, the level's actually really, really short. I'm not seeing an exit there, but maybe it's... I see. Well, fair enough. It's not the biggest problem. I really don't like this level though, man. It really does remind me of that one from the Fast game. That really, really annoyed me. That was pretty disgraceful. That level. I didn't like that very much. Well, that's what I was going for with stepping on that bit at the side, but I walked all the way around the top, so... Oh, there we go with that shit. How long since I saved? Now the pressure's on to find the exit fast. Because yeah, those last few levels didn't crash the machine, this one does apparently. Well, it's not thinking. Like, I wouldn't mind so much if they gave me an actual puzzle. But they don't do that. It's just like, here, there's like needle in a haystack. Like, you know, when the puzzle is just, you know, the challenge of it is based on how retarded the level design is. Yeah, it feels like it was a... Ah! You wonder why this company's defunct, you know? We wonder why it's defunct. I think it says something, because 3D Realms went longer without really making a game, and they didn't go defunct as fast. Now, I'm not saying the stuff they released was perfect, but it at least mostly worked. We're on 1.9, aren't we? Yeah. Just making sure. Now, I'm not sure pausing the game's startup like that was necessarily the best idea. Yeah, most likely. I mean, crashes were more common, but this does it excessively, this game. It's just irritating. Because I can't believe this doesn't do anything to me. Gives me a rocket launcher after giving me a Berserk. Still, I don't know what this switch does. It still bugs me when I get a modern case and it doesn't have one. But I tell you what I find more concerning is when you get a chassis that doesn't have a system speaker in it. Or a motherboard that doesn't have a header for one. I've seen that at my Atom 330, it has no header for a system speaker. And as far as I know, the pins are still there to do it, like on the chips, but it's map 16 suburbs. Maybe it's down here. I have to. What? Unwinnable hole. Look at that. Oh no, we can get up there. That's okay then. Thought it was an unwinnable hole for a moment. Alright, let me see. Let me walk around here. Everywhere that they might have put a random little sector that we've got to stand in. Save the game before anything goes wrong. Well, maybe I missed something in this fucking place. It's not going to get any better either, is it, this? It's just going to be this until the end now. Yeah, there's nothing else that can go in down here. Hang on, why didn't... Oh, it's not Bloodwater. I was going to... Oh, no, it's not doing that again. Because in the first game, I remember inconsistencies happening with that. I kind of wonder if it's up there. Like, there probably would be a... I'm not going to go in anywhere. I'm just going to go up here and have a look. No, there's no teleporters or anything there that I can... Whoops. Oh, they don't want you to repair shit. I mean, the Atom board, they definitely do. It's a consumer board. I'm suspicious that I wonder if the ECS one I've ordered, that 230, I wonder if that has one. Because that would make me laugh if it did, because that would like be ECS beats fucking Asus again. Like, oh shit, ECS gets a bunch of stick, but fucking hell, man, they work. Every ECS board I've had works, but it doesn't give me a load of shit. It just does its fucking job. You know, it has the shit that it needs on it, and if it's a cheap one, it doesn't have anything more on it, but it works. So I'm going to have to check that. I want to know now if it has a system speaker. Oh, well, I'll go back to the black blocks, but I've like panel beat every fucking inch of it. Well, yeah. Well, this Xeon has one built onto the motherboard, but At least I think it does. I don't remember having to plug one in. Well, we'll see. It's not a shoot panel, is it? It's not some obscure, you have to shoot this one area. Because we found that in one of the other maps. Let's go sector finding again. So that's dumb. That's not a puzzle. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That doesn't constitute a puzzle. You know, well, like Nightmare 3D, Nightmare 3D does that. The difference is Nightmare 3D has an indicator to tell you when you're near a pushable panel. Well, the 1 pixel lights up in the... Well, not for me, it doesn't. How about I just id clip through the damn thing? Well, we established Doom doesn't really work that well for me. I'll just cheat it, fuck it. I'm not going to spend any longer in this level. Oh, there's imps in here. Maybe it's, I don't know what would trigger it. In this game, you never know, because I've got to say that there's probably some random fucking thing that I'd have to, like, areas I have to run around in a given order, one little tiny spot I have to stand in, or else it could just be I'm on a lower difficulty, maybe an enemy triggers it, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be playing this higher, and the dude I was looking at yesterday was, but like I said, I didn't look at this level, I sort of skimmed through until I got up to where I was and then stopped. The map 15 was like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. If we were playing Duke Nukem 3D, I could do shit like that. Well, if I've missed something, I apologise for cheating, but I'm not sticking around in that level anymore. It's fucking... The design's fucking dumb. I'm not dignifying it with any more of my time. My time's valuable. I don't know what it's valuable for, but it is, I've decided. I don't think there's anything else would have been hiding in there to see anywhere. It's fucking monsters in cages again. It won't. I assure you I'll forget all about this as soon as I'm done with it. The same way I did the last time I was done. So the noise makes me think there's like an invisible dude, but it doesn't look that way. So I don't know what just mauled me. Yeah, there is an invisible dude, but he's down there. Bullshit, that is game. Let's see, what bullshit's it going to be pulling here? I thought that was going to crush me then. I don't know what's in there, I don't care. Yeah, I thought the door was going to come down on my head and kill me. Convenient. I'm not going to bother shooting the barrel, that shit never works. Well, that's ugly, but it's not as ugly as the previous couple of levels, so we'll give it a pass for now. What's up here? That is an elevator. It sounds like you're turning the switch on like a really cheap gas fire when you press a button in this game. You know, that shitty fucking ones the council would put in where you just hang on, I can... Oh no, I can't because I can only press that once. But yeah, it never lights and the room's just steadily filling with gas the whole time. They used to put those on boats, like a little miniature sort of equivalent of them. Those were unreliable as hell. Those never used to light. At least it knows that one's a door. Logically, it must be this way, because the other way looks to be closed. That wasn't a nice noise. Yeah, I was always amazed nothing bad happened. What was worse about it was on the boat I was on that had one, it was screwed to the end of like the surfer bed thing. So like, there was nothing to hold the cushion on, so if you were sat there and the cushion slipped, which it probably will, because the boat's going to be moving a lot, it would slide over the top of the fire. And obviously you can figure how that would end. Somehow it never quite happened. It's amazing that it didn't. Oh man, we've got Latin music. Do I have to go down there or... Well, there is a switch down. Where do you come from? I'm done with them fuckers mauling me in this level. Ooh. Stuff. Even then though, just putting gas on a boat just seemed like a bit dodgy to me. It's all the way back here, that's no good to me. I'm guessing we don't... I don't know though, because at the end of the day we've got fucking... No, it's not useful to me. There's nothing over there. There's a key there. That's where I need to be then. How do we do it? That's the question. I don't know what that switch does, but I'm kind of intrigued that we can press it through there. No, that's no good to me. I want this one. Jeez. What was it? No. Ah! No, but I've been tempted to. I could make one. I mean, I guess arguably I have, it just doesn't look very nice and it's never seen by the player. I'm suspicious of there being a hole here. This is why we need look down buttons, but we don't have look down buttons in... You know what, fuck it, I'm just going to jump down there. Because you never fucking know with this game. Yeah, nothing. Press the button. At least it turns that damage texture off. Well, I heard something clang. It's not going to be that fucking floor though, it's going to be everything but. Probably just open the exit somewhere on the other side of the map. No, it has brought that up. Good. I wonder how it's going to punish us for figuring that out. Like that, apparently. Well, okay, but whatever, chain gunner. I got your fucking, I got your key. It's not a chain gun in this game, it's a fucking minigun, but... Oh, now it's blue. What's in... No, I can't figure out how to use the editor for Doom. It's fucking awkward like all the kids' editors are. And the fucking modern ones are even worse. Like those... Basically the one I messed with to try and look at that shit in Hexen, it felt like the goddamn Quake editor. It was like, why would you make it like that? It's one of the worst things to use. I don't know how to get over there. And I don't care how to get over there. I really don't. But what am I doing in here anyway? Presumably looking for that keys? Yeah, there's that key. Of course. Of course, it wouldn't be that simple. I mean, that panel seems to move, but... From here, yeah, it doesn't. Oh. Well, I'll press that then. Doesn't do that. Doesn't. There's an opening there, quite clearly. But no opening there. Progress, it's slow, but this level's not so bad so far. It has. So that opening's used. No, that'll be our way out. Well, we have this whole area here, but we probably don't need it. It's not like there's going to be more than 3 keys in the map, so there's going to be a bridge, isn't there? And we'll probably have to go down here to open that bridge. That's one of these guys. It's really irritating that you can't change weapon whilst the reload's happening. Yeah, God knows how many ports and editors and shit there is for Doom. There's countless. And they're all kind of their own way of just irritating, really. And most of the ones I've seen aren't accurate ports at all. Which in some ways is a good thing, but in other ways not so much. Because they can't help themselves but add all these weird particle trails and transparencies. It's like, well, why? Why does the game need that? That shouldn't be part of the port. That should be part of like a user-made mod for it. That didn't get us any nearer to that. So as usual, a lot of that area was probably just pointless. Well, it will just jump down here. There we go. So we could have just done this in the first place. At least we got that nice little Latin rhythm. Hate that song. It makes me want to murder people. Well, that's alright, because we can murder some imps. And we can murder some fucking... I don't know. We'll see what we're going to fucking find. These Rembrandt guys. And cacodemons. Fucking hell. Fuck. Now, is there any point in running away from Rembrandt? Because there's his projectiles home in on us, as it turns out, which I didn't know. So yeah, that was a nasty surprise. Oh, it's one of those. Ah! Fucking hell, that got me up on the ledge. Get me up on the ledge again, then. Oh, shit. We'll just push that and then bravely run away. It didn't look right then, it didn't look like where I'd come in. I guess we'll go in there. But, I don't know where this is, that was pointless. There was no point in going in there. That was stupid. Well, whatever, at least we got something good for doing it. Fart flingers. It's all just hidden fucking openings and fucking... I've still run into nothing as awful as levels out of the fucking fast one. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's not too bad, this bit, but... I feel like it's a bit fucking needless. You see what I was on about with you have to stand in some random spot? In some fucking order? Oh, whatever, we're out of that. Ah! I'll cheat to get back out of the level. I'm not doing it again. So what I'll do is I'll load my last save and I'll just no-clip my way there. It's not cheating if I already beat the level. I don't think we need to do it again. It wasn't a bad level, that one, in all fairness to it. That was a passable entry, nothing wrong with it. Well, it looks like we're going to be one crash per level today, doesn't it? I would have changed machine, but you're assuming changing the machine's going to fix anything. Something else will only go wrong, and we'd lose the wavetable music. So, well, I guess we could use a different wavetable. Barn! Oh yeah, of course. There we go. Why is it like a... I like this song. And that doesn't do anything. Okay. Okay, that did it. I've turned my volume too high, it's deafening me now. Oh no, it's another big open level. Well, ain't that shit. Of course, the game forgets how a gamma settings again. I didn't find that Trident video card, by the way. I did look for it a bit, but the line's wonk. Look at that shit. You know, I don't even have to explain what's wrong with that. Or that. So they really didn't give a fuck. I don't like open levels in this game because they tend to be fucking awful. Like, here they tend to be awful designs because they tend to just rely on stupid fucking retarded layout decisions for the challenge rather than the actual challenge, and then when they realise that's not really going to pass as a challenge, they just decide to go mad with the paste button and put like 500 enemies in. I mean, this is proof they went mad with the paste button because they didn't even make sure the line was straight, just drag the mouse, hold the insert key and drag the mouse down, or at least that's how we do it in Buildland. I don't know about this fucking engine, but... So this is fine, having this amount of enemies, but I know what this map's going to do. I can tell you already from past experience that we're going to get to a point, we'll pick up like a gun or a med kit or this box, and the game will decide like, oh, well, here's like, you know, at least 50 enemies. Fucking man-child, get rid of it, there we go. Have all these pointless nooks and crannies that we have no need to be in. See, lots of health packs. Already I'm fucking suspicious. Like, why would the game give me all of these? It wouldn't just do that for no reason. Same with that, I can see shit in the floor there. This isn't going to be fucking legit. I've no reason to go in there. Fuck that room. Now this room I don't know about. Fuck. fuck's sake. Fine, that's fine. It's perfectly acceptable to do something like that, but... Quake is a DOS game. I would consider playing it, but I don't think I would play it start to finish, because if you think I have problems with this game... And I'm assuming I can run the damn thing on something, because it don't really work on my machines that well. I think it'd run on this. Oh, fuck off! And now it doesn't work. Well, almost. I don't really understand that room at all. That didn't change anything. There you go. That's. It breaks rules that, you know. I'd get fucking ragged like shit for doing that, where you make design decisions that, like, the way something works should be consistent from one, like, wall to another. If it works this way here, it should work that way everywhere. Well, no, I got nothing against 3D FPS, but most of them just suck balls, is the problem. There's some good ones. I'd play fucking Time Splitters Future Perfect if I had a PS2 that worked. That game's cool. So that looks like one of them panels that activates something. Whether it did or not, I don't know, but they did elsewhere in the game. So how should I know? I'll take all this ammunition. Almost fell off a little. That's where we came out of. Ha! Fuck that, I'm gonna save before I do that, that's silly. I'm guessing that's an invisible wall then, right? Yeah, looks like it should be. Yeah, I don't think there's anything down there. Yeah, Halo, man, the only good thing with Halo was playing the trial version in multiplayer. Ah, you see now I can hear a bunch of shit coming to kill me. I obviously stood in a magic spot. What does this even do? Oh, here we go. So I did literally nothing. But now there's like a fuck ton of monsters after me. Well, maybe not that many, but... I don't understand the design process for this game. It's just strange. It really is. Oops. Of course. Oh, jeez. Fucking... The switch is rather high up. And what it did. No way to know what it does. It's one of those things where, like I say, you really should make what a switch does obvious. There are a few ways you can do that. Like, one thing you can do is you can have sprites leading away from the switch to what it does, or at least indicating it goes that way. The other thing you can do is like you know, just have the switch know what it does, you know. I have a Nintendo Wii, but I don't think Future Perfect was out on the Wii. It ran really fast then. Ah, okay. You can actually do that in Blood with extremely long walls. I remember using it in a level I built years ago that I really hope isn't still on the internet somewhere. That key has no need to exist because it's so close to the door. I used it as like a fast means of transport because the map was huge. So I had some walls that, like, they were sort of had a fold in the end to make them really, really long. But without the room necessarily being as long. That really isn't the right gun to use for this. Yeah, I know I could run those, and there's so I want to play, but I don't really want to tamper with the console at all. I'm sure Time Splitters was a PS, like the third one, I'm sure was a PS2 exclusive. It should have been on a PC, it felt like a fucking PC game. That's fucking dickish, disguise the key, but okay, I've nothing against doing that. I saw a button. I didn't see where that key's supposed to go, but we have it now. Yeah, I ain't got around to getting any games for the Wii yet. I will at some point. Hang on a minute, that opens the exit. Well, maybe I'll have a look. So the Nintendo Wii is more reliable than the stinking PlayStation 2. Like, I made a fortune repairing PS2s years ago, but now they need parts actually replacing, and I'm not doing that. Like, most of my console collection came from just buying PS2s cheap and fixing them. Used to be able to, like 50 quid of store credit in GameStation for trading in a PlayStation 2. So I had a bunch of warranty labels made. They were fake, they wouldn't do the void thing if you peeled them off, but it was the only, they didn't pull them off in the shop, they just checked to see if it was, like, unbroken. So I used to buy busted consoles from eBay for like a £5, fix the problem with them and trade them in, and then buy things I wanted with the store credit. And one of the dudes who worked in the shop was in on it as well. He was like really suspicious, like, you're not stealing these. So I'm like, no, I can bring you a receipt. But you might not want to know what I am doing. Can I walk on those, I wonder? No. It does have a massive amount of characters in that game. It's a big game. I'm sure there's modes and shit in that game that I still haven't found the time to play. And I quite like that mode where you're just throwing bricks around a Chinese restaurant. I'm sure there's some underlying message there that I'm not getting, but I'm guessing that probably falls down from somewhere. Whoa, whoa, what was that? I mean, you saw that, right? We got launched back. Yeah, some of those arcade modes are really difficult. I wonder what that launching was about. That was fucked up. Don't pick those up. I don't need those. There we go. That's the cage dancing cages again. I hear the crappy strip club music in the back of my mind. Yeah, imps. I don't know what's in here, it's just the first room I fucking found. But I could hear a lot of angry demons about the level, so I just wanted to get out the way of them. Yeah, it's... I think the level has some name like that. It's just... In my mind, it makes me think of like the shit that used to happen on the estate. You know, some foreigner would open a business, and like, fuck off back home, you packy dickhead. Just fucking brick every window through on the place. It would usually be people from that part of the world, not many Chinese around here. I don't really know what the point was, they weren't bothering anybody. It's not like the people who you find now where they're quite often causing shit, but... Oh, fucking stupid fucking platform! I'll fucking fix that. I mean, we know it went up there, so that'll be where that hole was on the back of the building. And it's like some kind of fucking courtyard. Could I not get in there before? Fucking... Oh, it used to happen to people every once in a while. They were very insular, the communities then, you know, you didn't like outsiders, even that came from the same town, you know. But he's not fucking from round here, and he'd be from like the next estate over, it's like less than 2 miles away, but he's not from round here, we don't like him. He must be a pedophile because he's not from round here. That was how it used to work. It wasn't pleasant, but it was just how people used to think on the estates at that time. Not everyone, obviously, but you always had like a group that would cause shit like that. I want that key. I want that key, damn it. Give me the key! Well, I guess we're not getting it that way. Not a million miles off, but they didn't want paying nothing, they just wanted you to get the fuck off the neighbourhood. If you didn't get the fuck off the neighbourhood, then they'd start doing things like set your house on fire or poison your dog and things like that, you know. It was... Oh, that's where I came in. Oh, rockets, nice. What does this other button fucking do? Fuck. Ah. Oh, come off it, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, fuck off. No, is there any health anywhere? There's some health there. That's bullshit. But no, it was... Like I said, they don't paying anything. You just don't live on our neighbourhood. You're not from our neighbourhood. You're not allowed on it. I don't know if I can make that. We'll try. Wall's kind of in my way. Yeah, we have a decent amount of sports rivalry here because we've got, like, this city does rugby. Rugby's the sport in this city, and we have 2 rugby teams, and so yeah, people can get quite lively about which team they like to support the best. I mean, on that neighbourhood, it didn't matter whether you liked rugby or not, but you supported KR. Because if you didn't support KR, something came up at the top left of the screen, and I'm sure it did. If you didn't support KR, they'd kick your head in. It's like, he doesn't support all KR, he's a fucking all FC scummer, you know? He always thinks it's fucking West Hull or something. Thinks he's fucking posh. Knock him out. I don't think I can make that jump. I still don't know what this did. Well, what about the other one? Like... This whole thing about consistency and explaining what switches do. Oh no, we know that's an elevator up from where that goes down there. Let's maybe knock something down there. Could do, I suppose. Let's try and make it over there again. We might just be able to make that edge. Yeah, it could well be. A lot of things probably do go back to some stupid small shit. The thing was, like, I wonder what happened to the people like that used to be there, because the council sort of taffed them all out. About 20 years ago now they started doing that. And they dispersed them all over the city to try and, like, you know, calm them down, stop them starting trouble, especially the few families that didn't get on very well, and that caused most of the trouble. But there's the thing, those families had lived on the estate since it was built. You know, they basically lived on the entire street. You had, like, entire streets that were the same family, and of course they'd grow up and basically just marry into their own family, and so basically everyone's house was open. There'd be kids there, but nobody knew whose kids they were. They belonged to that family, that's all they knew. But they're like, yeah, we don't know if it's our Baines or his Baines or whoever's. You know? It's somebody's, they're definitely some of ours, but we don't know, like, whose they are. It's insane, that jump. So you had some really interesting looking people as a result. Because the gene pool wasn't exactly that deep, so... Fuck, I'm going back this way. That doesn't do anything. Again, design consistency. It's non-existent. So why should the game be intuitive to play when you can make it just completely... This just kicks me back out. It doesn't... I've already been out here. I feel like that whole sequence was pointless. See, we got 3 keys, we don't even have 1 key yet. Yeah, it's a suck castle level. It's just as bad as the other levels. I can't even go that way. I'll tell you, I'm giving this like another half hour, and then I probably will take a break and play around with Build instead. Oh, well, you see, trailer parks aren't legal in this country. We can't have those, but you kind of have them in a way, because you always have a gypsy camp, and so those are full of I mean, they're caravans, they're not like your full-blown, like, you know, permanently trailers. But... And of course, most of these people were descended from those people. Me included. So which is why I don't really feel like a dick for saying this shit or making fun of these people, because it's like, well, you know, it's not like I'm singling out some group of people who's really that alien to myself. Yeah, you can't have trailer parks because, you know, substandard living. Yeah, houses like this are perfectly legal. It's kind of shit because trailers are really better built than this, to be honest. They're probably a damn sight cheaper. Isn't this really expensive here? But I guess it will get expensive when you build a bunch of, like, luxury apartments. And nobody wants to live in luxury apartments, and people in Hull can't afford to live in luxury apartments, so you put all these millions of pounds into building them. And they're like, well, people from outside the city will move in. And they're like, no, they won't, because you taxed all the businesses out of the city because you didn't like those, so they're all gone. Who's going to come in here? You know, nobody. So you've got all these disused fucking apartments everywhere, and the council's got to make that money back. So they'll fucking tax and rent the fuck out of people like me. But then I got to pay more because I'm single, and I've got to pay more because this and that. It's like, how does that work? Oh, you've got to pay an extra £10 of rent because you moved in on a particular date, so it just happens. No, and you've got to pay an additional this much rent because you're single. It's like, oh, so now we've got an ugly tax. That's nice, you know. Yeah, just make me pay more because, like, fucking hell. You wonder why I don't have too much respect for the fucking law. It's like, because your laws are stupid. That's why. I only abide by your stupid law if I agree with it. If I don't agree with it, then I'm not fucking abiding by it. And that's why I don't pay council tax, because there's just no fucking reason to. I don't get an award for paying it. Thing is, I've been in like a big trailer. I would quite happily live in one of those things. Yeah, well, you see, technically, apparently I'm like grossly under-occupying my property, because apparently my house is good for like 4 people to live in. Like, I didn't realise the average population was elves. Oh, it's another hole that just leads out here. What's the point? There's not even items in here. Oh, I may be able to make it over that wall. I'd fucking love to. I'd fucking love to, but I can't afford to, and I doubt they'd let me in, so... I will come on holiday one day, I think. Just to see what it's like in person. See if I can get banned from the country, because I seem to get banned from everywhere else, so... Oh, what was I saying about they'll put like us 50 enemies in the maps? That was oddly satisfying. To a point, I think there's laws on that once they've been there so long you can't move them. In the US at least, or at least in certain states. Over here, gypsies just move their shit all the time. Well, fucking Europe's going to shit there. It's not good. It could be a lot worse. I don't know, man. I'm not brown enough to do that. I don't think I'll get away with it. I'm not saying that like as an insult to fucking people who are that colour. I'm saying that as the people who run the fucking show, you know. Yeah. You could try it, I suppose. I mean, what's the last they're going to do? They'll just send me home, right? If they get pissed off enough that way, they'll just be like, fuck off back where you come from, don't come back. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't want to be a burden on somebody else's country. I have more respect for somewhere where I'm a guest than to do that. Yeah, well, that's the thing, like, you know, caravans, trailers, shit like that. I'd quite happily live in a massive RV, like, and just fucking move the thing every time I got bored. Which, again, it probably is that fucking gypsy ancestry bleeding out again. It shows up in places occasionally. It's like subtle things, you know. People catch on sometimes. It's weird because I don't know how they do it, but you know, just this desire to not really sit on the same spot too long. You know, I'm fucking bored of this now. I'll go somewhere else. Oh, he doesn't wear socks. Fucking gypsy bastard. So really, I didn't know that was an indicator of that, but if you say so. Oh, there's a key. I didn't even know that key was there. I thought it was a blue one up here. I don't know, but we got a key. I can't go back in there now. Yeah, maybe not. Like I say, I don't like putting burdens on other people's fucking countries or anywhere I'm a guest. You know, it's like coming in someone's house and wasting their electricity or something. Maybe. To be honest, I'm running a scheme here where I'm going to make some coins back, I think, on processors, but it's a long game. It involves basically sitting on them a few years and... I'm sorry, I'm going to do this. I don't even know if this was where I was. What, wasn't it some panel that was hidden in this area? It was, wasn't it? It required me go over there. That switch on the wall's weird, doesn't do anything. Yeah. I don't know about the rest of the UK, but certainly this fucking city isn't a good place to try and make a living. There's no employment. They're not going to employ me anyway. Let me save here. That one didn't do anything. I haven't been in this room yet. But yeah, I think I said, you know, about how they taxed all the fucking businesses out of this city anyway. Don't like those around here. Not allowed those. You're only allowed corporations. You're not allowed, you know, the average guy to start his own business. And like I say, I think taxes is stupid. It's not that I disagree with taxes being a thing. I recognise why they're necessary when they're done properly. But it's not been used for, like, the right reasons. Well, this didn't help me at all coming up here. Maybe. People around here don't want things like that. That's getting lower. How would I get up there? Oh, this fucking level, it's just a time waster. I apologise, I'm just going to id-clip my way into that fucking place, because we know I can get in there. I don't want to waste my whole fucking life away just going around in circles in this map. We'll be here until the end of time. Yeah, it turns out you can't outrun that Crusher, which, again, is another time-wasting feature of the level. What does that even do? I have no idea what that does. So I haven't been in. Maybe this will get us that key. It does, I can see it. I don't know what that did. But it's the same area again. I don't know where the yellow key is. That may be enough. Maybe we can leave on just 2. I mean, the bars look pretty small. I haven't even seen a yellow one the whole time I've been in this level. This fucking level design. I'm actually getting ache in my little finger from this. See, would it kill them to have like a part of this wall come down, so I don't have to run that whole loop every time? Of course, I might have broken it, because for all I know I have to activate some fucking wall somewhere. Hold on a minute. This wasn't where I wanted to be. Let's see, maybe we can get this teleporter to work. No, teleporter's not working. Well, I'll just go this way. Right. Where was that? It wasn't this way, was it? Was it that other way? I don't know where that fucking key is. I've seen no indication of a yellow key. But like I say, maybe we don't need it. Maybe we can squeeze through here. Okay, I guess we're leaving the level then. That was a weird start to the level. Yeah, this will be like, once I've finished fucking with this level complete or not, I'll go and mess about with build. Oh shit. Maybe able to get them to murder each other. Shit. Sure as shit try. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. See if I can get them to kill each other. Quite sure what's going on. Yeah, they don't seem to be interested in doing that. They just want to kill me. It's like the one-time infighting's not going to work is when I want it to work. The one mechanic I thought's fucking stupid. Fire some missiles then, dipshit. Okay, now they're killing each other. I suppose I should get a gun ready, because one of them will be alive at the end. Man, the spider's attack pattern's a bit shit, really. It's kind of predictable. I don't know. Well, there we go. Now we have our answer. Too far away to do that. But it fires slow projectiles, so it's not that bad, I guess. You see, this is where a mouse would be advantageous. And he explodes in a shower of blood. I can still hear him though. Guess he never truly dies. Well, ain't that beautiful? Those bastards. Get me up there, elevator. Hurry up. What a dick move. They make me fight in a room where there's nowhere to really hide. That's fucking awesome. What informed design. Oh, and we've got a fart flinger as well. Why wouldn't we? I went out of the line of sight. This is just dumb. Well, there's no point trying to hide from it because it seems to be able to hit me anywhere. Let's just hope we can gun it down before I die. I'm not even worried about that at this rate. No, I don't have a name for those. They're just annoying. Wonder if that'll kill him. It does. Well, at least he has a weakness. It feels wasteful to use that gun on just one guy. It seems to have done no damage to this fucking fart flinger, but at least he just throws these slow fucking projectiles. I'll catch up with that in a second. Yeah, there is something, like, satisfying about seeing Intel get beaten at something. That's one of the reasons I like the K5, because it's actually faster at some stuff. Like, not everything, but in some things it's quicker. Like, it's plucking... Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it was like the CPU ID string. Okay, let's not go in there just yet. For fuck's sake. Right, he's down. Next. Shotgun. Yeah, I don't know what the string is for the... I still don't have an MP6. They seem to have gotten rare, because I think a lot of them broke. I don't know if they overheated or what. I'd rather like that health, but... Is there a... Well, there's that hole there. I guess we'll just go in there. It's the fucking shoot key and not the fucking shift key. Oh, fucking hell. I suppose I'll experience them someday when one shows up. No, I don't want to go there. There we go. Yay, platforming without the most basic platforming controls. Sure how things want to be. doesn't work. Uh-oh. That'd be the first one I've seen in a while. It's probably out of China. I jumped over there without realising what it did. Yeah, I know it did. That's why I sort of hesitated for a while. See, lots of spawn enemies behind me. It's the latest fad. It's obviously what they're into now. Yeah, they do that a lot, but then they turn up busted. The hell? I expect that to actually work. I'll consider getting one. I don't have too much interest in them. K6-3 or K6-2 Plus is something I'd be more interested in getting. Because they do work in my Chain-Tech board. Their Chain-Tech did test them. I found an old document. You have to use like voltage settings that aren't strictly documented, but it's not like that's really difficult to do. And unfortunately the data sheet prints the jumpers kind of backwards. Oh god, that looks shit! That looks absolute shite. Who designed the fucking levels in this? Just damn it looks rookie. Oh god, it smells like teen pussy. We're in fucking Nevada. Well, I guess we'd better kill ourselves just like our fucking hero Kurt Cobain. Some dude I know is a massive Kurt Cobain fan. Like, I think Cobain was dead before this guy was even born. But god damn, it's like fucking, it's a massive fan of him, and he gets quite upset if you make comments about him. You are the corrupt heart of the city, surrounded by the corpses of your enemies. You see no way to destroy the creatures. Enter on this side, so you clench your teeth and plunge through it. There must be a way to close it on the other side. What do you care if you've got to go through hell to get to it? Well, like I say, it's kind of official, but Chain-Tech just didn't publicise all of the possible voltages for the volt reg on the board. So the ones that you have in the manual aren't enough. It has to use some that the chip does do, but the manual never included. And you have to use the very last bias. Yeah, unfortunately the chip I got didn't work. I think that was supposed to be new and never used. Maybe I will fuck about with build for a while. Let's see if I have that to hand. Was it that one? Yeah, 2 plus 500 megahertz. Doesn't work. Well, at least I got one. The 2 pluses aren't too expensive. I'm not too worried about having bags and bags of cash because I just wanted to play with it and see if they really did offer an advantage. I was never going to keep it because I like my K6 too. If I need more speed, I might as well just use the Athlon by then. Yeah, dead. It is used. It's got green print as well. It's only the second one I've ever seen that has green print. I don't know, I found a few dead ones, but that was mostly where I worked because people used to put the heat sinks on wrong, so the heat sink would be up on an angle and they used to overheat. it doesn't get warm, so you know, I've sat there with no heatsink on it. Basically, when it flat out didn't work, I decided to stuff like the full 3.5 volts through it to see if it would heat up, and it just sort of got mildly warm. So I didn't do that until I was pretty certain it was dead. I was just like, fuck it, stuff it on full power, and it just didn't heat up at all, really. And I'm not even sure it was from the chip or just the fact I'd had my fingers resting on it for so long by then. Yeah, like I said, the board has support for them. Or it has support for the K63. I don't know if it actually officially supports the 2 Plus, but I seem to think they should work in it from what I remember. But, who knows? I'll try and get a K63, but they're more expensive, and it's really hard to find ones with a good clock speed. They're all shitty low clock speeds. Which, I mean, I could just clock my 500 down for a comparison, but I don't want to. Like, should I mess with build for a while? I might mess with build for a while. Doom's kind of grating on me now. I could always come back on it. Level 21, I mean, we've only got 9 levels to go, according to what I looked up yesterday. Yeah, we could always come back to Doom. Let's do some level design shit for a little while. Let's turn the machine off. If it's not making heat, I've no reason... Like, the volt regs will go into shutdown if they're set wrong, but I tested with the meter, and it's supplying the chip the correct voltage, so it's not shutting down the regulator chip. It just doesn't work. So I think it's a dead chip is all there is for it. Oh man, ball of mirrors. There we go. It should be Napster 32. I don't have another Super 7. I probably still have that shit TMC one that didn't work. But, fuck that. I'm not trying that. I don't think that supports them. It's a shame about that board, because it is faster than the Churntech board, like, to a point where it is just noticeable. No, they don't do that when they die on me. When they die on me, they just don't put heat out at all. Wow, OBS makes this run badly. Having said that, this room runs badly anyway, because there's like 1,000 sprites in here. Which are mostly... Let me have a look here. How many sprites are going to be visible at any one time? Yeah, we're quite close to the draw limits here. Having said that, it's never going to be able to draw those, so... It's like 1,100 sprites. Plus those. Yeah, we'll say it's like 1,400. I don't like LCDs. I'm really dragging my heels about going over to LCDs. I don't want to. I really don't want to. It looks like a K7 under the heat spreader. At least the ones I cracked open years ago did. So I don't know why that would be any different. What was I working on in here? I don't remember. I need to reduce sprites because there's too many sprites in here. It's not good. I think I can make those wider, you know. No, I can't. That's the absolute limit for that sprite. It's a very small tile. What sound? I didn't hear any sound. So this is where I need a music license, but I mean it's fucking... Everybody has multiple tabs in their browser now, I suppose. Music go and listen to... I mean if I had my way, you know, it'd just be like really crappy fucking... Like I'd just have that shit playing the whole stream. Make everybody suffer with me. I bet I could cut the length of these desks in half. But again, I'm not sure I want to. I could on my tablet. I could have music playing and go on. It ran like shit because it was like some really cheap Chinese thing from years ago. We could remove some lights, I suppose, but will that look bad? That's a question, isn't it? Because we could put just one light in the middle, but like, you know, in these areas. But that's not going to cut that many. I think we'll just keep going and hope we don't run into the limit. I think that's all I can do. But we can draw 2,000 sprites in eDuke before things start disappearing. I can show you what it looks like when things start disappearing. I don't know. I mean, we're not going to have very long to look at it, I guess, but... Yeah, let me see if I can make it start doing it. What will happen if we... I don't want to copy those, actually, because we've... I wanna be your Honolulu man. Let me have a look. Let's see if we can make it run out of... Yeah, well, the player never goes in that room, so there's no need for things to be too precise. Take that 9. I'm not sure I should stand here while this is going on, but... See if I can make it start running out of sprites. I don't advise doing this. The stream might go to hell, because it will start hammering my CPU in a minute. Let me do the math. How long would this take to crash? Maybe about a minute? Ah, the frame rate's dying. Oh, you're seeing things start disappearing, like, in the background there. I don't know if there's a set distance or... There you go. Everything's undrawing. Oh, damn, the game's unresponsive. There we go. That's what happens when you run out of sprites. That's why we don't, like, you know, ignore the limits. At least I think they come back in the editor now. It used to be once they disappeared, they just never came back until he reloaded the level. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Hey, check this out. Oh yeah, I saw that. That's how you exit. That's one way of exiting the game, like without pressing exit. That's going to be the way this level ends. It's just going to trigger that and actually crash the game. But yeah, you can actually make it just exit without any message at all if we send something way off out of bounds. The problem is, the fastest way I've found to do it takes 28 days. So it's not really useful. I don't think anyone's going to be in the map for that long. To exit a level, the most elegant way to exit a level, I think, would probably just to go... would be to do that. In my opinion. Like, it'd just be... Oh, this is the exit. But... But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's debatable. Exit the game... Well, obviously to press F10 and Y, and the game will go away. You can type quit in the console and the game will go away. And like I say, obviously sending something out of bounds for like 28 days will make the game just exit without warning. It'll just close. Like, no error message, no nothing. Just ceases to execute. I don't know what it's doing, because I don't think it's overflowing as such. It's probably trying to. What was I building. I'll work on the bathroom. That'll do it. I'll fix the bathroom up. So what good is it? An office building without a bathroom? It's got to have a lavatory in it somewhere. Right, well, we should probably change the writing above the door, because otherwise it's going to be a bit misleading as to the purpose of this room. VTL. Should this be the men's room or the ladies' room? I don't suppose it matters what side it's on. Which one's going to be easier to copy and paste, I think, is the thing. Because to make, you know, I want two of them, even though we don't even use them in this map, I don't think, for anything. But which one would be easier to copy and paste out of? I think we should do the men's room first, because that'll be... I don't know, it's easier to remove sectors than it is to add them in the case of this map. So I'll do the ladies' room first. I think it'll be easier this time. No, there's a point in the wall there. Get rid of that. I don't need it there. I think I need it there. You can waste walls like it's going out of fashion in this map, because there's just not enough of a thing that's going to use them up. Sprites that are going to get used up in this level. Put them there, because otherwise you have drawing orders. Or problems with the drawing order. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those crop up over the years. I'm not too interested in wind chips. I wouldn't mind like a really high clock one, but I'm not that fussed. Like a 240 just came up on CPU World, just sold. I was thinking of getting it, but I'm like, I don't care enough about it. You know, I've had my fun with the 200. I'm so surprised nobody latches on about them basically being 486s. You know, they sit there overclocking the hell out their socket 3 boards, and you can negate that problem with those. Oh, fucking hell. So there we go. That will be the ladies' room. And, well, it's not very interesting looking. I mean, that would suffice. We could basically just make this Asia, I suppose. Like, you know, just put a hole in the floor. Oops. No, insert a point. There you go. We'll make it like China. There we go. That's adequate. That's all you need. I don't think that's good enough. It seems a little bit too classy for that, this building. I thought 2x was 6x. Yeah, there's a few chips where it seems sad to paste them and heatsink them. I considered using like thermal pads on some of them. I've had a discovery because I've replaced the video card in the Presla at last with an identical one. I ordered too thick a thermal pad, but the EK ones never seem to make that good a contact. The temperature's way lower than the old card. I think it's because of the thicker thermal pads that just make a much firmer contact. Let me think, what would be the logical way to build this room? Well, if it was a real building, the plumbing would kind of all want to be in one place. So I guess you'd probably have a cavity in this spot here, where you'd have like waste pipes going down the whole height of the building and supply pipes coming up. And so I guess you'd want to put the shitters on the back wall, because then you don't have to put a bunch of like 4-inch pipe for fucking miles, because fucking like core drilling 4-inch holes in things is a pain in the arse, and you can't just 4-inch fucking core like just any bit of wall, like if it's holding something up, you know. You can't just go putting it through anywhere. Oh, we'll just put it through that joist. Yeah, that's not going to end well. So we'll put them on this wall. And then we'll have the sinks in this area here, I think. I don't know what we'll put over there. We'll put a surfer there because it's Duke Nukem 3D. The Duke Nukem 3D has surfers in the bathrooms, so you know that seems like the logical thing to do. I'm going to copy this sector for now because I'm probably going to end up deleting this light while I work, and I can just copy the light back in when I'm finished. Let me see. I can use walls, it's more efficient. So what, you want each cubicle to be like, what, 3 walls apart? And the great thing about using these textures... Well, I don't know, I mean... You have the problem with tall buildings where if a pipe clogs, like somewhere down the building, the people on the floors above don't know, and they just keep flushing the toilets, and of course it can't go down into the sewer, so it just comes out on the lower floor. I've seen it happen in high-rise flats as well. It's pretty horrible. It's not very nice. Yeah, I want these 3 wide. That one's going to be wider. We can just stick a disabled sign on that one, I suppose. No, I know what I'll do. I'll make the wider one. I'll put a rainbow sign on it. Like... that's where the fucking those weirdos go who decide they're not male or female and shit. It's not pleasant. It's really not pleasant. As luck would have it, I don't have to do a brilliant job of this because this room is just not important in this thing at all. Okay, that's going to make me a wall. That's too wide, but that's fine. The problem is I can't do negatives here. I should know the measurements by now that this would be like 1024 units long. These I don't think should come up all the way to the ceiling because I've never been in anywhere that does that. But the great thing about this room is we can abuse the shit out of copy and paste. Unfortunately, there's just no way to copy paste these little wall sectors. But what we can do is adjust the height of them all at once, like that. Should they come from the ceiling or the floor? Usually they seem to hang off the ceiling. The ones where I worked did. Yeah, as far as I know, there were some places that did kitchens that actually licensed the engine. I'll bring them up from the floor because it just seems like the more build engine thing to do. To bring them up from there. There's a feature it misses, is being able to deselect sectors in 3D mode. Can't do that. Now you have to shade the ends so there's a little bit of definition. Shade those. There's a lot of time involved in level design. And now as everything's got this boxy sprite look, obviously I want everything to be solid, so I don't really want to... what's that going to get me? That's going to get me that, so that should be back there. I don't want to insert those, because they just look really out of place with the way everything else looks. So we're going to build them out of sprites, and they're going to be square. But then, you know, everything else in here is square, so it's going to look more in tune with the furniture and the appliances and the plants. You know, just everything is square. So lavatories will be square as well. Palette 12. Making everything out of one texture. I'm sure there's some fucking convention about designing levels that says you don't want to do that, but what would I know? I'm not very good at this. Would they? I don't know that it'd be Minecraft style. Yeah, maybe they would. I haven't played Minecraft in fucking ages now. I should fire that up again sometime. I don't think I'd ever do a live stream of it, just because I don't think it'd be very interesting. I don't think we'll need the back one, because I don't think you're going to be able to see that. So that will be the base of the toilet. I spent 10 years on that toilet. You don't say. See, I've seen a good few of those games. They don't look very good, I must be honest. Mobile games in general don't look very good. If I get a new phone, I don't think I'll be playing games on it. 192 would be the next. I should have adjusted that beforehand. No, don't do that to me. These might come out a little bit tall. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Yeah, that's all they look like when I see them. It's just everything you touch, there's just another fucking ad comes on. It's like the epitome of scumbaggery. It all seems like. Uh-oh. That'll serve me right for pasting. I forgot it did that. Yes, there was a Rage Fiery Max sold for quite cheap not that long ago. If I'd noticed, I might have gotten it, but I'm not interested in having another one. It was kind of novel, the one I had, but I don't think I'd want to get another one. It's just... They're overlapping sprites there, but that's more efficient, because you'd have to use 2 more. If we raise the height of that, then we'd have to put 1 at each end. It uses more sprites. And because they're the same colour, even if like there's an overlap, you'd never be able to tell. Yeah, I have to shade these, obviously, because I want like shade 4 on the front, like that. And then shade 2 on those end pieces. This is really ugly. This is one of the ugliest things I've ever made. Ew, it's ghastly. Wow, that's a bit wonky. There we go. There is a thing that I probably should be doing here, but I'm not going to, just because I don't think the player's going to look in that spot all that much. Oh no, it doesn't keep the no shade bit when I do that. As far as I know. But yeah, what we should do, I don't know, because the player's never going to see this room at the same time as that one. So what we do is you turn on one-way flag there, and then you turn on a one-way flag there. Yeah, that'll do. If you really, really want me to put Doom back on, let me know and I will. Like, I'll stop doing this. But I don't know, it makes a change. I don't think I've ever seen anyone live stream level design, really. So the problem with this texture is it doesn't really scale properly, so there's going to be little seams in things unless we run after it everywhere. So I'm not going to bother doing too much. That sure is one square fucking lavatory. But that's fine. It's sort of along the right track we have. I may want to make these a bit lower, with the aesthetics that But I don't think so. Not right now. What height are those? 40, okay. So we'll just leave it like that. And I'll build like a cistern at the back. We'll put some water in there, as in we'll put a blue tile in there. I find the centre of that's going to be... Probably going to have to go down a grid size to do that. And once we've built one, we don't have to build any more. Oh no, that is in the centre. And it should be, yeah, there we go, now it's full of water. Could have it transparent like that, we will, but you'll get some drawing problems. It doesn't matter, that's fine. It's, it's meant to kind of look like an old game or something. I don't really know exactly what I'm going for, to be honest, but we can squeeze a little bit more width out of that. Everyone else, they stream great things, world record times in games, high treason streams building toilets. That's when you know it's quality. That's what sets my channel apart. Like, you know, it's just a better experience because, like, nobody else would do this. Not like there's a good reason for that or anything. I mean, who wouldn't want to do this? We don't need one at the back. I may put one at the back, and I have a reason for doing that, and that's because of those holes, those seams I was on about. Is the player ever going to go down there? Yeah, they probably are, aren't they? I'll get yelled at for putting holes in the fucking level, so we'd better... See, I think that room you built, that bathroom-looking room you put together in 3D modelling, I still think that would easily, if you told someone it was an unused room from Mansion of Hidden Souls, I think they'd believe it, because it legit looks like it would fit there. Like, you know, if someone had told me that, I would have certainly, like, been like, shit. Well, it looks like it is, you know. Use that centre line. That centre line is disabled by default in... Oh, no. Did my stream die? Did it? No, apparently not. I think it's just my browser being silly. Oops, that's Discord. I don't know what's going on in there. Looks like a user hate is writing his words with 1,000,000 letters again. Yeah, so it is doing weird things. Well, hopefully it calms itself down and learns to behave itself again. Yeah, I can cheat though. Yeah, it just has that look of that sort of CGI. But like I say, I would have believed it if somebody had told me, like, you know, oh, they found this you know, room that was never used. That it's all, the renders are still on the disc. I would have definitely believed it because it really does look like that sort of thing. There's a dude, I think he's French, which wouldn't surprise me. It's where the game's from. Who we'll have the, what colour shall the seat? Yeah, should we have like really garish seats, like just bright red seats, so you can't see the periods, like that fucking leak out on them. Because let's be honest, no girl's going to sit down when she's in the fucking office bathroom, is she? I mean, you know. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's make them wood, like fake wood. Fake wood colour. There's not many colours to choose from, it's the thing with this. Like you have black, white, sort of red, blue, green, yellow, and then you have some just off shades of those. And that's basically it. That's all you've got. Yeah, that covers the full length of that. So put that there, put that there. Damn, it's ugly. 1, 3, 4 maybe? Mind, we still have to build the sinks and everything yet. Oh, it's a little bit low there. I will lower these instead. There we go. Yeah, I think that works. That works for me anyway. I never noticed. And again, one of mine's been busted for since I moved in, so I guess I wouldn't notice. I'm happy with that design, I guess. I don't know, I suppose we should have like something going on up the back there, shouldn't we? Like some sort of connection to the system. That works. That's efficient use of sprites right there. That's that's how you save sprites. And the system's farther back, but is the user ever going to notice? Is the play? They might. Maybe we should have an extra one there instead. Well, what I'm going to do, because of certain things, I'm going to remove that from there, and then I'll copy it. And then we'll dump it on the front of the system there, and then we'll put this one back. Again, you can't just have as many sprites as you want. But yeah, I don't think the player's ever really going to be able to look around the side of that too much. Especially not if I make it thinner. Doesn't really matter too much. I almost feel like I should have like side pieces, but we won't. We'll just leave it as it is. I think that's good enough. I don't know, there's not really too much on the N64 that I want to play that I've not played before. Also, I don't really like the console all that much. Like, it has some decent games, but the console itself is a complete and total piece of shit. Don't hold it in the highest regard. Going to get shit on the end cubicle because we've I want to turn it around. I want to turn it, and we can do that. There's a few ways we can do it, but the easiest way to do it is this. hold on a second. I should really... I mean, what's that? Like 768? Just like there. So we'll use that as our centre point. None of these are set on the regular grid, are they? No, I don't know. I think that one may be. That one is. No, not unless you do something really stupid. So, like, amateurs, I guess, might corrupt the map a bit, but not me. I don't corrupt the map. Ah, you see, now you can see the holes in that design. On the other end, I don't think you'll be able to once I put a wall here. Yeah, I mean, it's like 7 something. Yeah, 736. But even then, I might frame the doors a little bit. I'm going to say, it's on the wrong line then, isn't it? It's on the wrong point. There. Because you always have that disabled one on the end. It's always the thing. Maybe I will turn that the same way as the others. But it's usually been sideways when I've been in those. I don't need that line there anymore. Probably will put doors here. Oh wow, the shading's correct, except that bit. We're just going with the standard 2 shades for everything. Like, we're not abiding by light sources or anything in here. We'll obviously have to door these up, but yeah, I want to put a little rainbow flag there. I don't know if I'll do that now, but we will. That's for your non-binary gender fluids to go in there. But the rest of them, they're all in line. They're just normal. And then it's easy, because when we do the men's room, all we do is we knock those 2 ones out the end. You know, we just have to try and make some boxy urinals on the wall, and well, there you go. It's like pretty easy to do. Just a little bit more copy and paste. I keep thinking that grey's my screen ghosting, because when I move fast it looks like ghosting, but it's because it's grey in the door frame. It's a neutral colour between rooms. It just breaks things up a little bit. Let me have a look. And make this door be open. Oops, wrong value. Oh dear. I think I just did that backwards. What's the floor doors? So yeah, it's like a neutral colour between things, but I want to keep it shut because it keeps us away from the sprite limit. Yeah, I'm not sure why it would happen. It's something I remember running into loads of years ago, and it just doesn't happen anymore. So I don't know whether it was something I was doing wrong, because I've used the DOS editor and it still doesn't do it. Like, it still doesn't break down on me like that. Doors, I swore no rotating doors, so I guess I have to use floor doors and just make them really fast. We could use rotating doors here, I suppose. Can't see why not. Well, we'll worry about the doors later on. They're not super important. We'll worry about furnishings for now. So I guess we'll just put a row of sinks on either side. Like, I've never been in a Never been in a bog like that, but I've nothing to put over there. I don't fancy just running those around the whole way, so we'll put sinks on both sides. Wouldn't consider that too close to there. Let's have a look. Let's make sure. Whoops. Yeah, that would be plenty of room. That's what we'll do. Let's put that there. That's our box to mark where we're putting things. And, man, this could use quite a lot of sprites, to be honest. Now, I think what we're going to do is copy one of the bogs and just modify pieces of it. Let me just do something. There we go. You've got to have one, haven't you? You've got to have one. There's always somebody who doesn't flush it. Maybe. Should we start from scratch? I don't know what the best thing to do there is. Well, we'll start by trying to actually build a sink. So we go with bin 64 units high, I think would be enough. We may want it wider than that. Maybe we want 192. No, that'll be a big sink. Encryptions. Honestly, it didn't entertain me that much. The videos like that never really do much for me. It's just like, oh, yeah, the game's malfunctioning. That happens, you know. If you cause the game to malfunction, it will do things that, like, are a malfunction. And that's usually as far as my thoughts go on such things. Yeah, I've still got that song in my fucking head. 192. Oh man, I've still got something selected somewhere. They're not too broad to be 128, but fine. I guess that is what we need. So we use that as the base. Yeah, I don't. Just things like that I've never found too entertaining. I don't think there's anything wrong. They're just light entertainment, but they don't get much of a reaction out of me. Just because it's like I've been there, done that kind of thing. But I suppose you gotta remember is like when I started my YouTube channel off, that was one of my main things was causing games to glitch out. That was one of the things I used to do. And so it's yeah, I think I wore the novelty out all that time ago. Yeah, what should we use as I guess that's a white top enough colour. You basically just have a counter, wouldn't you? Or again, that's how it's been everywhere I've been, but maybe it's not so common. Maybe it's just places I've been into have been unusual. I want to be your Honolulu man. So, I may put Doom back on soon for a while before the stream ends. I noticed a lot of people did a runner when I started doing this. We lost about half our viewers, which is fine. I expected that. It's not a big deal to me. There we go. I don't know if these will be too thick on the front, so we'll just try one for now. Yeah, I think that may want to be... Why can't I see those on that? Maybe I just didn't select them. I think that must be the problem. Those sinks would work very well. I always remember when I was a kid scaring myself half to death with Super Mario All-Stars, because I knocked the cartridge. I swear my friend was there at the time, but I don't remember for sure now because it was so long ago. But yeah, I knocked the cartridge by accident, and it started playing like the final Bowser music, which I'd never heard yet. So it's kind of terrifying, you know. It's playing this sort of spooky sounding music out really loud. Like, fuck, I think I've made the game angry. Oh, no, I forgot to set shading on those. There's always going to be something stupid that happens. Oh, that isn't in the halfway spot, is it? No, that would be there. Okay. We only need one of these. At least for that bit. And that will be shared for... Ah, I should have copied it fast. I think the total action counts the same. Shared 2. We've got a row of sinks. Not sure what I'm going to do for the taps. Oh yeah, won't those just inherit the floor shade anyway? They will. I don't got to worry about that because the floor shade's never going to change. Maybe we should only have that one row of sinks, but it makes the room like oddly open on one side. Let me get myself a cigarette going while I figure out what I'm going to do about this. I'll only go another 10 minutes, and then I think what we'll do is I'll have like... Yeah, I'll do like 10-15 minutes more of this, and then what I'll do is I'll put Doom on again for the last half hour. Just hoping I can beat one level in that kind of time frame. So I don't really know for sure. Because I mean, the game's getting difficult. It's still way better than the fast one. The fast one's just really, really goes to shit towards the end, to be honest. I'm really surprised I've never seen anyone build a level like this in Duke 3D. Not yet. Like, there was one dude who built like some artsy black and white room. But that was it. That was the most I've seen anyone do with this kind of... with this texture. Or they use it for making shapes like... I'm sure somebody used it to make like a wavy line on a screen once. Like, you know, a waveform. We're not doing anything grand with the level design right now. There isn't anything grand in this map. It's meant to be kind of a bit shit, you know. It's kind of what it's going for. It's not really going to be a quality map. I'm not sure if I want to put pipes under those or not. I guess probably should, just for completion's sake. But all I'm going to do is... this. I don't know what sort of height we want. We'll figure that out in a moment. You know, maybe wise to put like a black square. Ceiling and floor textures, you only have two sizes. You have normal and you have expanded. And that's it. That's your only option. Let me have a look. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just use that. Expanded, not expanded. And relative will snap it to the whatever the sector's fast wall is. And the fast wall is... Could be any wall, but I mean you can change it. It's also how slopes work. It's how you tell slopes which way you want them to go. You know, if we put that there, then you can have the fast wall at that end. Fucking, I don't want to miss my mark here. Or if we set that as a fast wall, you know. And the way I do that sector join is actually important, because if you do, it'll inherit the properties of the sector you fast press the J key in. So if I'd done it the other way, it would have sloped the entire, like, room, basically. Like, this whole sector would have been sloped. Honestly, find it kind of disturbing how I remember what the keys are in this. Like, because there's so many keys you can press to do things, and it's just... Yeah, I'm not sure it's actually healthy that I can remember what they are. Yeah, we'll do most of this in here. Because I can change that from there. Is negative higher or lower? I don't remember. Yeah, negatives are moving up, so that'll do. I think that'll do. I hope that'll do. May not be enough. We might get depth ordering problems. No, we don't. There we go. Check that out. Now we've got plug holes. What a quality establishment we're in here. Like, who wouldn't want to, like, you know, work and live in a place like this? It's the epitome of luxury. Oh no, you see the taps? I can see these being a fucking nuisance already. We'll do what we can do with them. I can hear mice squeaking at me. Shut up, mice. Nobody cares what you think. It's one of my shortcomings as a mapper that I tend to build everything to this sort of limited set of dimensions. I'm not sure that's necessarily good to do that. 24 looks too wide, 23 looks too narrow. It all goes a bit weird when you get down to these kind of values. The upside, we don't need a bottom piece on this. Oh shit. Shed just changed somewhere. Oh, my floor was shaded wrong all this time. That explains a few things. Yeah, I was saying, I've never seen anyone do this before. Although it's not exactly quality stuff, because I'm just building bathrooms. Okay, there's going to be one ugly faucet, but it's alright. Doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as it works. I'd call that done. I think we'll put like a little hot and cold bauble on there. Never ever seen anyone build a map with this, and that's weird. Now you see, as per British law, it has to be a specific way around. Like the regulations for plumbing in this country dictate that you can't put hot water on the right hand side, it has to be on the left. And I think it's because of people being right-handed, they'll instinctively reach for the one on the right there. And you see that's too bright and it doesn't stand out, and this is where our limited selection of colours sort of starts screwing us over a little bit. Well, there we go, there's our tap. Yeah, well, like I said, that's a really neat thing with building like this, is that you can't see the texture, the depth ordering bugs. But they are really bad in this. Let me have a look. VTL. The one time I wanted to do it, the one time I want it to not work, it works perfectly. You get the idea, I guess. Let's try putting another sprite there. Let's try, I don't know, let's put a screen there. Yeah, that wall is immune to it for some reason. It's really odd. How many sprites are in this room, anyway? Because, I mean, we are going to be able to see in here from out... Yeah, that... We're sort of... we can't do too much more in here, because if the player opens that door and stands on an angle, especially if they've just run out of a room over here, then there could be all kinds of fucking problems. Why is that there? That isn't connected to there, is it? Why... I'm not sure why I dumped that wall so close to there. That's really bad. Shouldn't corrupt anything, but I'm not really supposed to do that. Let's have a look and see how that looks. Oh no, it's too high. There we go. There we go. That looks fine to me. I'd quite happily wash my hands in that. The water would come out square, I'm sure. Like, you know, you wouldn't get droplets, you would get like cubes of water coming out. Actually sounds quite pleasant if water came in cubes. Yeah, it plagued like all the renderers depth ordering. It's just all of them had fucking problems with it. I'm still amazed how many that test drive Off-Road 3 has, to be honest. To say how late it was on the PS1, there's real issues with it. I will do another run of that someday. Like, I'm not going to play it for a few months, on my own even, just because I've fucking played it to death. And I like the game, so I don't want to ruin it for myself. But, yeah, I'll have another go at it someday, because I reckon... Oh, no! Because I reckon I can do better. How did that happen? It's this scroll wheel on this mouse, it's not... It sort of clicks over on its own sometimes. Luckily it doesn't overlap anything. We'll get these taps on, and then we'll put some more Doom, I guess, for the last half hour. So there's enough level design, but we've basically built the bones of the bathroom. So that is the majority of the ladies' room constructed. I don't know that I will. There's some shit pool game on the PS1 I'd like to find. It's really not very good, but it's kind of so bad that I enjoy it. I know I've got an ISO of it somewhere. And I have imaged some of my old hard drives now, so I probably will be able to find it on those. Pardon me. Yeah, so I guess we'll leave our level design here. We haven't put the doors on. I know what, we'll do one last thing. But I need to find something. Images.google. Let's have a look. What's the colour scheme on this? Ah, yeah, of course, they removed all the extra colours, didn't they? Because the original ones used to have more colours in them. I can't remember what they meant. I did know years ago, but I don't know why I knew. But yeah, there's your fucking flag. So we're going to put, like, that flag on that Landwell cubicle on the end there. It may make more sense than half of these 3D things. I could never wrap my head around 3D modelling. It just confuses me. I've got to be honest. Just the tools that are available for it, I was just never found satisfactory. They were just hard to use. If I ever find those 3D models I made, I will share them, because they were... I think that would be 6 bars. Of course, we're going to have... yeah, if I ever find them I will share them, because they were fucking horrible. Right, so the top one's red. Should we go for bright red or should we go for dark red? I guess we'll figure that out, because we're going to need to figure out the... Because the great thing is, we can just shade them to whatever to try and get the colours we want. Wasn't it? No, it wasn't 14. There's a darker green, but I can't remember where it is. It's probably the best we're going to get. I mean, 11's kind of dull. There's nothing up there, so we'll go for 8. It seems we have an extra one. Well, I guess we'll get rid of that. It's definitely grey, that there, but... This is terrible. But then look, we've been inclusive, you know, it's... You can't just build a bathroom in a video game anymore. You have to be inclusive to the non-binary gender fluids. That's just the way it is. Like, I mean, plus the fact, if we don't, these people can be unreasonable sometimes, and they might end up taking a dump in one of my sinks. And I spent a long time building those sinks, and I don't need them putting dumps in there. So, there we go. There's our inclusive... See, there's depth ordering problems for you. Look at that. That's definitely not... I can even get the cursor on there. Manipulate that from out here. Oh, no, there we go with depth ordering. We've broken it. It was working so well. Yeah, let's lighten that up, I guess. Now, some of the colours will appear really bright just because of the way the palettes are in this game. Like, there aren't many shades of yellow. I think we'll get away with that. We need them to be that kind of width. Unfortunately, we have to set these manually. Does it? Do they have their own flag? Well, I'm fucking... I don't care, and using the wrong flag will piss them off, so we'll use the wrong flag. We'll keep this flag, because they'll be like, it's ignorant. They're like, yes, I am, because it doesn't affect me or really anybody else but you. Because you opted to let it affect you. I've not been an asshole to, like, you know, people who are actually, like, gay or something. I had no real issue with that. It's not something I would want to do personally, but if that's something you want to do in your own time and your own space, then I don't care, because it's not affecting me. Like, I don't care for the same reasons, you know, it's not affecting me, it's none of my business. Just don't ram the fucking idea down my throat and leave me alone. But, yeah, you know, we'll use the wrong flag for that fucking reason, because then those people are going to be like, oh my fucking god, he's ignorant as shit. Because people like that aren't ever going to play these things, and I don't think we really have any in the Duke Nukem community. Having said, no one will play it, because I designed this map. You know, I have been in one bog where it had like an extra large bog. Like, I've been in ones where they have the extra little ones for kiddies. And yeah, I've been in one where they had like a really big one, so I guess that was probably for land whales. And that would be for male land whales, because, you know, it was in the men's room, but I'd imagine they would put them in the women's room as well, given that's most of the land whales are. Right, we're going to actually write on the wall here. Let's have a look. See, it's not centered. Look at that shit. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That this is kind of would be the disabled one. That's sort of the joke, because they're always, where am I supposed to go? It's point the disabled room. You have a disability in the brain. Go in that one. Ah, you'll never get this straight. Well, why would it be straight? Plus, there's kind of an extra layer to it, isn't there? Because you're gender fluid. There's going to be a lot of that. Oh, you see, I don't have as precise... I can actually do that, but I'd have to go in the thing. Fuck. Let's just leave it as it is. It's fine as it is. Plus the fact I'm gonna... How's this working out? We may be able to fix this. There's no room, is there? That'll work. And then what we do is we go back up and we write in a more prominent notice, more prominent text. Like this. Disabled. There we go. So there we go. We'll put Doom back on for a while before we quit. But we just had to do that, I guess. That's where those people have to go. They've wanted to segregate themselves, so we'll let them. And this office space is highly inclusive. You know, it cares about its employees. It wants to, you know, cater to their individual needs. Fucking hell, the frame rate goes shit here. But that's just the story of how I build levels. It generally does either makes the frame rate shit or makes something else somewhere run shit, so well, that's in perfectly good keeping, I suppose. Let's put Doom back on for a little while. Yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta account for diversity in all the buzzwords. Oh shit, it's sat on the keyboard. You've got to, because otherwise somebody might sue you. And I don't want lawsuits, because my office farm's not a very big office farm, it's quite small. That could bankrupt the company, so it was cheaper just to tire out the extra stall that we could fit on the end and just put that really big one there. It is an argument I really don't get, that one though, because it's like, I don't see how their butt could be that much different to mine. So, why do you need your own bathroom? Like, I don't get it. You know, I thought human anatomy was fairly straightforward. But yeah, Doom. Well, they don't usually put a flag there, they put some weird sort of... You have like the man and woman sign, they just sort of put one side of it's a man, one side of it's a woman. That's your inclusive fucking anybody can use it fucking... Yeah, basically. I wonder what they do in that skinhead pub I used to go in, because that only had a men's room, and that was basically out of order anyway, so I mean, I guess they were been pretty equal, because, you know, nobody had one, I guess, really. Oops. Well, I mean, that was a really old pub. You know, it still had, like, glazed tiles on the wall and everything. Well, there's nothing in here, as far as I can tell. Oh, there's a switch. It's a ridiculous height again. That didn't seem to do anything useful. It almost looks like I could get through there. Yeah, I sort of noticed yesterday that it looked like he was trying to thump me. It's mighty nice of him, but I mean, I gotta admire him. It takes balls to go up to a guy and just punch him, so... At least there's that, I suppose. Oh, stars. I don't know what that did. It did something. Here we go with the random platform shit again. Pum, pum, pum. Pum, pum, pum. Pum, pum, pum. Pum, pum, pum. So what does that other switch do? Jeez. I thought we'd just made it unwinnable. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's not too bad, I can handle that. That leads back out there. I don't know what that did. Probably nothing. So I wonder where these go. That's lucky. I thought that was going to be a dead end then. I don't see that, but they sort of, some of them look proto-Quake, like the lamps on the wall. They make me think of Quake. Pum, 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 pum. I thought we'd got stuck in there, right? It seems we don't actually need the blue key. So the acid doesn't damage them, it only damages me. There's a red key. Oh shit. Oh no, it was over there. Well, I don't know what's down here, but I guess we'll have a look. Maybe something good. Probably not. It's probably one of them areas we never had to... Well, no, we did, because we needed that key. And there's another key. So, I don't think we need that, but they'll probably throw us a curveball if we skip it. They probably went and did something where it's like, you think you don't need it, but you do. I'm waiting for this suit to run out while I'm miles away from another one. I mean, they're giving us suits, we must be supposed to be able to come down here and escape. Oh, please do. I mean, Doomguy doesn't care about inequality, because, I mean, don't these hell-like demons, you know, don't they have a right to, like, live in the same space as everyone else? No imp is illegal. Every imp is equal to you or I. I mean, look how much they've achieved. Imps invented, like, so many things. I know, because I read it on the internet. Like, spawning enemies... How do I get back up there? Oh, we better not have another fucking bash panels until something happens moment here. If there's no way out, and they give me radiation suits, I'm going to be very, very angry. Like, I'm not even joking. Because that is a dickhead move. That is... Ah, there we go. The power is mine! I don't know how to get out, though. Shit. Yes, indeed. I really should. I don't know if opening all of those is going to do us any good, but let's do it, because we really didn't need that key. That was short. Jeez, I'd have probably done that in part-time if it wasn't for the fucking being stuck in the acid. Catacombs, oh no, you see, this is making me think of that one level in Blood. That fucking blows. Where am I getting shot from? Tell you what, I wasn't born yesterday. Maybe I was. Yeah. I see. Oh, I didn't realise that was there. Crap. North. Right. But I don't have a compass in this game, so telling me which way's north's kind of pointless. There's a soup down there, I can see that much. That isn't useful. Oh, look at that, 'cause it'll give us 100 health. Which was very short-lived. I prefer this one, it's faster. We're dealing with enemies like imps. It's good enough. Should I go through the... I still want to make a mutator for Duke Meat's Doom, where you can actually eat the imps and start farting off of ledges and stuff. It's kind of asking for it. I sort of tampered with it in the background before, but never put it together seriously. Maybe I should. Ah, well, I don't know where it goes, but having keys on your person is always a good thing. I don't know that I want gas clouds to appear, but I guess I can. You just have like a cloud-looking sprite and just have it float around a bit. I mean, it did have in Shadow Warrior for the nuke and the sumo, so... I couldn't look, I was stopping my cigarette setting fire at my facial hair. Shit! Fuck you, game. Pum, 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 pum. This will be the last level I do today. I'll be back in just a moment, hold on. To be honest, there are ways, I suppose, in Duke where you could probably use lots and lots of little sprites and have them act as particles. I've seen somebody do it for, like, you know, sort of electrical arcs. I don't think the mod ever came out, but they did have a video of it. It was years ago now. Like, we are talking a ridiculously long time ago. Shit! Not far. Not at all far. See how they like it when I play on far? Probably don't. Oh, this is a different one. That sucked. Can I get back over there? I guess that's why there's the north thing on it. Could have sworn. Could have sworn that's the way we went. Maybe it's not. Or maybe it's one of those where we have to do things in a set order. So it's like a fucking kart racer, this game. You have to do, like, laps of things almost. What's the deal with that? I swear it was in there. Well, it's not like we're getting back that way, is it? No, it is. That's where we just were. I'm sure I went somewhere else last time. Okay. Oh, this seems to be the right way. Oh, that must piss him off so bad, like, if he got clipped around an edge like that. Whoa, that was loud. Because every bar has a sound assigned. Yeah, but I guess it's not that weird. If they're going to do it one way, they'll do it the other way. If this was Duke Nukem 3D, I'd probably be able to collect that through the bar just by pump jumping the fuck out of it. You can sort of wriggle your way into collecting things that are further away sometimes. I don't know exactly why. My suspicion is that it probably has something to do with interpolation going on. That the game's like figuring out where you are and... See, I don't know. I found the whole thing with the elevators where we're only getting like an update on certain things, like at 1/4 the speed. I found that quite interesting. Like, I knew that was a thing that, like, the game logic worked that way, but I'd never actually seen it in action. I don't know how many ticks per second Doom runs at. Maybe it does the thing you want it to do when you press a switch. That doesn't what we want it to do, though. Yeah, I don't really want to go back there. We might as well go in here. Might not actually have made anything better. Oh no, it does. But we haven't actually killed these guys yet. Yeah, some of the old ones have that. What I do with those, because I don't like breaking pins out my monitors, I get a little VGA extension lead and I break the pin out at the end of that and then just plug my monitor into the extension cable. So then you can keep the pin on your monitor cable, but you can still plug it into things that have that pin missing. I don't remember why it's missing. It's probably something to do with Visa VDC or some shit. Did I get good, or did the levels just get short? I'm gonna say, if we managed 100% secrets, I'd be amazed. That was a fun. No, it's this traffic jam song. That's just what it makes me think. It was like... Yeah, it may well be. Is it DDC or is it fucking E-Diddle? I'm gonna say this is gonna suck, isn't it? As soon as I fucking... Fuck you, game! Diddle. I've not heard anyone say that in yet. Well, I suppose it's kind of a childish word to use, that's probably why. I'm still not impressed by all this crashing at all. Can we not crash this time, game? Please, please. Yeah, it's kind of getting drunk on them, I think. Is there a way we can run through them? Because I think that's the only thing we can do. Let me out! It's bullshit. Let's have another go. I want to see him going off. There's a video I uploaded years ago called something like "Why Build is Better Than CryEngine," when the like however many barrel explosions videos in Crysis were like a big deal. Just run like hell, it's going to do something bad, isn't it? The shotgun. Well, I guess we're going to go in there. It's not quite what I had in mind, but okay. Yeah, whereas I was blowing up like 2,000 barrels in build. Yeah, they're worth having for that very reason. I don't think I can get out of this pit now. I'm probably not supposed to come down here again. Oh no. That'll be our bridge over here. Well, thanks for bringing the wall down on me. And those fuckers can't shoot me anymore, so it's actually a good thing, unless I need to go back there at any point. I've discovered something for making audio recordings that having this fucking VGA scaler introduces a lot of fucking noise. Uh-oh. I'm guessing this isn't the way we want to be. We'll probably want to be out that other tunnel then. I'm stuck in traffic and it's pissing me off. The car, I'm stuck in traffic and it's pissing me off. Do I need to shoot those guys? Probably not. Yeah, for consistency. Oh, this reminds me of a Blood User map I played, I guess it's... Yeah, it looks like the sort of place they would be, doesn't it? I'm very low on health. Could do with finding some. Let's not save the game. Well, that's some, but it's not really adequate. Well, these guys don't fire anything, so I won't put it past the game to put shit behind me. You gotta watch your back. Yeah, and this is where playing with a mouse would be something of an advantage, I guess. No, we don't do mice on here, so... Apparently I need the key to get in here. So that wasn't useful. I'm just hoping I find some help. Use this for a while, we've got loads of ammo. No, we don't. What the fuck? Why did I pick that up then? Let's keep using the shotgun then. Oh, we've got health. What bullshit. Yeah, I was sort of expecting it and it just never quite happened. Let's just run out of here going flat out. It doesn't yield anything. That'll deal with that problem. You pink pussy bastards. Out of my way. I don't have the patience for this. Right. Let's have a look here. What are we missing? Well, we can't go up there, so... I'm not seeing the key here. So that whole route is kind of useless for now. Guess we may be able to get in there. Okay. Strange, but... right, I guess. This looks like someone's going to kill me. Fucking imps, that's all you got? Oh, that's nice. We'll save the game, though. Oh, I've got plenty of rockets, apparently. Maybe use some. It'd be rude not to. This will be the last level I do, I think. Ah! I have a use for these rockets now. Good. I figured those would come in handy. And there's that key we wanted. I always wanted one of those. How thoughtful. Thanks, Spider-Man. Right, it even puts me on here ready. That's thoughtful level design, you see. Now I approve of that. No, I don't need any of that. I don't know for sure. I kind of like the bloated butchers in Blood when they go vroom sound, but I don't know for certain. Well, that's a good start. I can't believe that. These last two levels have been short as fuck. Maybe should we quit while we're ahead? Well, are those coming down? Should we quit while we're ahead, or should we try for one more level? I've got time to try one more. Well, I've got like 15 minutes, probably. I'll roll a cigarette while I think about this. How many levels are left in the game? Yeah, like 6 levels. I know there's the secret levels, and I'm sure I've missed them completely. In fact, I know I did. Because on that map I finished up on yesterday, there was a secret exit, apparently. It's tough. I'm not going back. I didn't claim to be good at this game. I didn't claim it was 100%. When I get around to doing another, like redoing Duke Nukem 3D properly, a proper let's play of it again, correct the many issues with the old one. Might go for 100% in that. Probably do that. I don't remember where all the secrets are now, but I suppose I might as well have a look at this level. And look at it. If it pisses me off, I'll just quit and come back another time. Damn. Thing requires keys. I mean, they really care about security, these imps and stuff. You've got to give them that. Like, thieves will not get very far with them. For some reason I felt like the walls would probably damage me. They don't. Ah, well, that's convenient. We've got a key. Yeah, the sockets weren't populated from what I saw. It's probably fairly typical for IBM to not bother populating them. To be honest, I'm surprised there are even cache sockets on an IBM machine. So I've never seen that. They always soldered everything on. You had the options they gave you, and those were your only options. There's that whole area down there. I don't know what that is. I didn't even know such heights were possible in this engine. I have to be honest. Oh, that looks horrible. I'm going to go to that other area. That's farther than I thought. SRAM chips. I don't know what sizes it would support, but like W24256 AKs would probably do it. I mean, those are Winbond parts. Can I fall in that one little hole there? No. Oh, you son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! You know what, I don't like these ledges, they're horrible. Now it's going to be there, well, if you played with a mouse like normal people. W24256 should do it. There are ones from other vendors. It's not just Winbond. Fucking, it's more of that horrible shit. I don't know what those things are about. I don't think I can get up there. This Doom guy can't jump on shit. We can try. Woo! Because I'm assuming we're supposed to be over here. I thought I'd crash there. Just punch him out. Oh no, turn that on. Fucking hell. What is that noise? There's some mechanism operating somewhere. This level is to the left of me there. I didn't press that already, did I? I guess not. Dash 25, that's a little bit high. You'd want dash 15, ideally. You might get away with dash 20. So I'm assuming that machine's only like 33 megahertz front side bus. Ah, there's a thing there. A teleporter, that'll be our way back. You would hope. Ah, that brings us up here. Okay, now I should be able to get back down there. I don't know if there was any point in going over there. I've forgotten what we did over there. Oh, this looks horrible. This looks fucking horrible. 512s. I don't know if 512s will fit in the board. You'd have to see if the sockets are wide enough and see what sort of configurations it supports. Hold on, why do I feel like something bad's going to come up there? I know what this will do. It spawned those cacker, crapper, fucking porter shitter guys before. Like when I fucking... Maybe it won't. It's just I can hear a mechanism and it's making me suspicious. It's taking too long, so I don't think it's... Oh, it's just that. Yeah, sometimes that happens as well. You might be able to find a dead motherboard with cache chips on it. I bought a dead HOT433 years ago and the cache chips worked, so it was worth what I paid just for those. I don't know why those are. They'll be working in something somewhere, but it's kind of hard to keep track of individual cache chips. Oh man, this game so needs a look button. See what's going to happen when I come on here? Yeah, of course. Something will happen. Why wouldn't it? What a load of assholery. This looks like it doesn't... Get off! Fucking hell, I'm low on health now. Is this even the way I should be going? Because it's a separate area to that over there. Oh fuck, it's getting narrower! I need a key to go in, you son of a bitch! You could have put that on fucking full bright so I could fucking see it, you fucking assholes. Now that makes sense. It does look like it in the status display down there, doesn't it? See, I can hear everybody's brains is ticking. You'd used a mouse to play this game. Fuck using a mouse. It's keyboard only. Mice are expensive accessories. I'm not paying for one of those. This is a budget setup. What the fuck is with this? Doesn't fucking fit with the design. Have we gone back to Doom 1? Yeah, I don't have any trackballs. I don't have any real desire to own one. Kind of awkward. But that's because, like mice, a lot of them... There's a key up there. Like the mice, a lot of them are designed for right-handed people, and whilst I've learned to use a mouse in the right hand, I don't know that I'd be able to do it with a trackball. It looked like it slid then. So there's no point to this area back here. I'm guessing that's going to... Get out of my way. Fucking hell. That nearly killed us. Was that the exit under there? Oh, just let me back up there. I don't want to have to do this sequence every fucking time. Gotta find the exit now. See, if there's one thing I've learnt about this game, it's that it doesn't seem to care about the player's height that much when interacting with things. Okay, that's the way out. That's the key we need, but there's another teleporter. What's that now? I might have to try and find that and play with it. That leads us back. I don't want to go that way. Ah, son of a fucking whore. I wonder what the Doom engine does if you make it do that. That could be kind of interesting to fuck around with. Probably just crash. And if it doesn't crash, it'll crash before anything interesting happens. For completely unrelated reasons. I really want to find another one of these keyboards. It feels really... I've talked about it before, but I want another one because it's kind of unique. It feels good. I'm sure it's rubber domes under there, but they feel a little bit... I don't know how to describe it. I don't have words for it. You just have to experience it yourself, and I don't think most people would like it anyway. What? Yeah, there's always a chance of that. That's what makes it interesting. It's a potential for unforeseen fires to break out. I quite like that level. It was alright. I don't feel like finishing the game today, so I think we'll leave it there. But that last level was pretty fucking good. That might actually be the best one I've played. I quite liked that. I had a Sampo monitor set fire once. It was almost new, and the shithead store wouldn't let me return it. I don't know whether it just suicided because it's like Sampo. And so initially I sort of put an extra on with marker pen, but then I realised... like 5. I'm not doing another 5 levels today. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. When the music went quiet, I thought I would froze again. But, yeah, eventually I scrubbed that O off and I changed the P to a B. It's like red fucking Sambo, and that might be what did it in. It's just like I don't want to work in these conditions. Did I have to go with a bang? I had a real nice monitor back then as well, that broke. That wasn't very good, that one. I had another one that was, and I don't know what happened to that, because it would have been easily repairable. I put it aside to repair and it just disappeared, so... Mother denies throwing it out. I was still in our house at the time, so... That's probably where it went. Either that or one of her fucking friends needed a monitor and just fucking took it with them. I don't trust those people. Either way. I think that's a good place to stop the game for today. And plus the fact it's getting fucking cold in this corner. This K5 is not producing adequate heat. I'll end with a cigarette as I always do, even though I've just had one. So why not? We're all going to die someday, so, you know, let's just accelerate that process a little bit. Fucking the air quality in this city, and they're worried about cigarettes. A bit ridiculous, really. I mean, the air quality in my house must suck, because here's the thing, I haven't been able to cook anything in my kitchen for fucking years now, really. But everything's just covered in grease. It always smells like fried fish. And there's just grease everywhere, and it's because the fucking... I've got like 2 CRTs running in front of me. And that Dell LCD, which is the hottest running fucking thing I know. And yeah, it's covered in fucking grease. Because it's in the air, and the walls are that thin that, like, you know, people on the terrace fry shit, the air gets greasy, and it comes in my house. And I hate the smell of frying fish, and it just smells like fried fish all the time. Probably. I don't know if The Sims 3 came out later than Mirror's Edge, because if it did, that would be the last one. Especially with mods on that, like, let me commit incest and violence. Is that MPEG still working? Let's find out. Yes, it is.
Why am I finding this so difficult to
It doesn't look as shit as I remember it looking. I don't mind the smell of the chip shop. That's a different kind of frying. Like, hey, that smells alright. No, this is just... Oh, it's bad. It's that bright yellow coloured fucking fish. I don't know what it's called. I don't know fish. So I can't stand the stuff. I don't eat it, but... Really? See, that surprises me, because mine don't. The diamond one I took out of here didn't. Because it took the MVP boards, and yeah, it never worked. Like the Win95 drive is broken, so... There's that thing, I know I had it on here. I don't know. I've got the Trio, at least, I think. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a Trio. Yeah, I don't know where the Varge is. That's Air Varge, but that's not that Varge, it's a different one. That doesn't even have headers for it. It's a 325, so it's the original Varge. That's a Radeon VE. I don't know where that is, no idea. Ah, but I did find this. We were on about it yesterday. And yeah, my Voodoo 3 does have a feature connector, so some of them did evidently. So I'm assuming it's a feature connector. It might not be, it doesn't say, but it looks like a feature connector. All that heat sinking, it still manages to run burning hot. Which is weird when you consider it never does any actual work, because it's not really compatible with anything, but yeah, well, whatever. If I hadn't modified it with that, I'd probably have sold it, because people pay stupid fucking money for it. It's a piece of shit. Actually, the same goes for that, only it's not a piece of shit. That's actually a good card. If I ever get that Enforce 2 board running, this is probably what I'll put in there, even though it's a little bit old for it. I don't know. Quadra 4 900. Or is this a 980? This is the... I'm guessing the 900. Doesn't say. Nope, doesn't say. I think I came out of a Dell. Yeah, I don't know where this ATI tops out. It doesn't say in the manual. So no idea. It doesn't seem to be the best, like, hardware MPEG decoding. So we'll give a Solitaire while I smirk. I've done that before. We might. Did I not install that on here? No, I did. Stupid robots. Look what you did. You fucking made me lose. It's already rigging the game against us. It's always rigging the game against me, this. It's bent Solitaire. Well, I'm sure you know my thoughts on Solitaire by now. That's not going to help us, so we're not going to put that down. Well, that'll get rid of that. It's probably a jack under there. No, there isn't. It surprises me. But that's still not helping. Get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. This game's crooked. Politician I can think of who was known for being crooked. crooked politician lady. That's what they used to call her. That's right. Let me see. Ah, you son of a bitch. Let's do that. Feels a bit cheap doing that, but it's a valid move. Why not? Do you really want to put that there? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Do you really want to hurt me? If we get a black 5, we can move that shit. No, I don't want to do... Do you son of a bitch. It's not useful. That isn't helping me. You bastard game. You're already fucking me over. You're already fucking me over, I can tell. I can tell. That's all you want to do, Solitaire. That's all you ever want to do is fuck me over.
It may just be the colour conversion or something.
I don't know. There's later versions of the chip that probably added functions mine doesn't have. So it may well be a thing specific to the later revisions. Shit, that was a bad move. I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have done that either. We need to move that 7. And I need a black 8 to do that. I don't have one. I don't have a single one of those. Yeah, those are later than mine. So maybe that has something to do with it. It may be a feature they added later on. Well, that was a smooth animation. So that's one thing, like this ATI, it's a bit of a trade-off, because in Windows it's not as fast. In DOS it's not as fast as some of the other cards, but in Windows that's where it shines. It comes into its own bar. Oh, shit. I don't like this game. This is my last game of it, by the way. I'm not hanging about anymore. I've had my fun. I always have a kind of wind down time at the end of the stream, and so I'm just doing that because it's what I do. It's just consistency, I guess. How many cards with those lower numbers around here? We can put that down because we know the other ones are, so it's safe to do. Well, there's a black 8, so we'll put that there. Just to move those. No, I mean that Creative DXR2 obviously draws like a solid coloured overlay window. Well, the VGA card will. And then the DXR2 will draw in that space. This game, I swear, it hurts me. It's always everything stuck under here. I don't even have a platform of cards out that I can really use to work with that. We're not going to have those out here, are we? It's just not going to happen. Is there a red jack? There won't be a red jack. Of course not. If I could get rid of that, I may be able to get rid of that 4. I may be able to get rid of one of those 4s. Do we have a 3? No, I need black 3s. This is fucking... This is suck. I don't think so. Because I remember it being written as if it was like that for the one that was in my fucking Armada, but it didn't work that way in actuality. And I never got that to work either, but to be honest, it was kind of impressive it had that function at all, just for how long ago it was. I really don't like this game. I don't like Solitaire. I can't do anything. Bollocks, should I have one last fucking go? Because I'm determined, I won't win. But this is, I'm definitely out of here after this, because I really do have shit I need to go and do. I don't like letting the machine win. Like, it just feels wrong to let the machine win. Feels like I'm ripping myself off. Oh, this is a shit deck. That's a fucking shit deck. That is absolute shit. Fucking... crap. Let's take a fucking move that. But what good is it going to do me? That was a silly move. I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. I'm not thinking. So I've screwed my game up, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe not. It's not great, but well, we'll be able to work with it. I've got a black 6 out. I do have one. There we go. There's there. Do I really want to put that down there now, though? I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. It gives us another card to play with, doesn't it? But it's not a particularly useful card. So it may have been better trying to find a red king, but can't do anything about it now. I don't think there's a red 9. I'm sure I saw one. At least then we can move that. Should we move that one over there? I'll break my rule, we'll go this way. All the cards on top of red. I don't know, the Forge isn't too bad, but yeah, some of the drivers suck. Like, I'm still pissed with Diamond's drivers just because, like I said, they don't work in Windows 95. It don't want to know about doing the shit that it's supposed to do, and that sucks because it's like an advertised feature that you can never use because they couldn't be bothered to write the drivers properly. It works fine on the Windows 3.1. Oh, this game makes me want to kill people. There's no low-numbered hearts in there. Well, there's that. I don't remember seeing a 3 of hearts. No, there is. Hold on. That's that. And then you move that, and then you go there. That I can get rid of for now. Okay, that's not the worst it's ever been, actually. I don't think we're going to salvage this, but it might not be impossible. Let's never say never yet. Oh no. I screwed myself by putting that there. Ah! Damn game. When we look at you, we see an asshole. When we look at you, we see a shithead. Asshole. Shit. Head. Dumb. Turd. Asshole. Shit. Head. Dumb. Turd. Asshole. Shit. Head. I don't think there's a 6 to put on there, but we can see what we can do. No, there is. It ain't quite over yet. That lets me breathe a sigh of relief. I wanted to do that for some reason, and I don't remember that reason now. It's maybe salvageable. Ding, 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 ding. When we look at you, we see an asshole. Asshole. When we look at you, we see a shithead. Asshole. Shithead. Dumb turd. It's from some really crappy animation. Oh, Dumbland. Like, the guy has ants in his house, he tries to exterminate them, it basically trips out and they start singing at him. We beat a game of Solitaire. Well, that's a good note to end on. That last Doom level I played though, that was pretty good. That's definitely better than anything the fucking Fast game had to offer. I'm gonna have to find out what people make of that now. Like, because I won't be surprised if everyone else probably really hates it, because I like Derelict in Duke Nukem 3D. A lot of people rate that as their least favourite. I guess we can go on the internet and check. Something tells me that probably the wider internet isn't going to work. I mean, my ping files don't seem to work in here. There seems to be a page size limit in this version of IE. Oh, my board probably loading this. But I don't know. I think the backdrop image is too big and it's just going to stall the browser. Could probably fix that. I could probably do something to the CSS to make it not have an issue. But yeah, that's enough. I'm calling it quits. So thanks for tuning in and shit, as always. I guess I'll come back and finish the fucking game sometime. Probably not tomorrow. Probably nearer the end of the week. Wait, this thing does get warm. Yeah, somewhere near at the end of the week, maybe, or maybe next week, come back and finish Doom 2, like 5 levels left, and we've been in a downward spiral, and that last level has pulled it back, so you never know, it might actually get really good at the end, but I'm not holding up any hopes. It's probably just going to remain really hit and miss, but I guess we'll fucking see. And maybe I'll do some more bathroom building in Build at some point, who knows. Who really knows? But yeah, I'm really out of here now, so see you around.